Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Everyday English. I'm Peter, and it's always great to have you here. As usual, if you're enjoying our lessons, please hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that could truly revolutionize how you speak English. 15. Essential words you must start using to speak fluent English. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. How can 15 words really make a difference? But trust me, these aren't just any words. They're carefully chosen to boost your vocabulary in everyday conversation. They're words that native speakers use naturally. Words that, once mastered, will help you sound more natural, confident, and fluent. Throughout this episode, I'll not only explain each word and provide multiple examples, but I'll also share personal experiences and relatable stories that show you exactly how these words can be applied in real life. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's embark on this vocabulary journey together. Number 1. Rosy. Let's start with our first word, rosy. Definition and context. Rosy typically means something is promising, optimistic, or likely to lead to success and happiness. It paints a picture of a bright, hopeful future. Think about describing the beginning of a new project or an outlook that makes you feel hopeful. This is where rosy comes in. Examples. The prospect of signing that new deal looks really rosy. After reviewing the quarterly figures, the company's future appears quite rosy. Our day was rosy from the start, filled with laughter and lighthearted conversation. I remember a time when I was about to start a new job. I was both excited and nervous. On my first day, the recruiter said, "Your potential here is really rosy." Those simple words boosted my confidence tremendously. I felt that even if challenges arose, the future was bright. Using rosy in that context immediately sets a positive tone and conveys optimism without needing a lengthy explanation. Next time you're describing a situation, try saying something like, "Things are looking pretty rosy for us this quarter." Notice how it adds a vibrant, optimistic color to your conversation. How do you feel when you hear that word? Let me know in the comments. Number 2. Contemplate. To contemplate means to think about something deeply and carefully. It's more than just a passing thought. It's about analyzing or considering options thoroughly before making a decision. This word is perfect for those moments when you're in a quiet space, mulling over important choices. Examples. Before making any drastic changes, he took some time to contemplate all his options. She often contemplates her future, weighing the pros and cons of different career paths. After the meeting, I spent a few minutes to contemplate the best way to implement the new strategy. A few years back, I faced a big decision, whether to move to a new city for better work opportunities. I spent several quiet evenings sitting by the window with a cup of tea, just contemplating my options. Those moments of deep reflection allowed me to see the bigger picture and eventually make a decision that changed my life. It wasn't just about weighing pros and cons, it was about understanding what truly mattered to me. Practical insight. I challenge you to set aside a few minutes each day to contemplate something important. Maybe your day's goals or a problem you're trying to solve. It can be a simple exercise, but trust me, the clarity you gain is invaluable. Number 3. Delusion. Our third word is delusion. A delusion is essentially a false belief or an unrealistic idea that persists even when there's evidence to the contrary. It's a word that describes those moments when our mind creates an illusion that isn't grounded in reality. Examples. He was living in a delusion, convinced that his situation would improve overnight without any effort. It's time for you to step out of your delusion and see the facts for what they are. She clung to the delusion that everything would always be perfect, despite clear signs of trouble. When you catch yourself in a delusional thought, Try to reframe it with a realistic perspective. It's a powerful step towards personal growth and better language usage. Number 4. Blemish. Blemish refers to a mark or a flaw that spoils the appearance of something. While it's often used to describe physical imperfections, it can also be a metaphor for minor flaws in a plan or performance. Examples: her dress was perfect, with not even a single blemish. The project was nearly flawless, with only a few minor blemishes that could be improved. He was proud of his report, despite one small blemish in the data. This word is great when you want to discuss improvements. For instance, let's fix these blemishes so our report really shines. It adds a constructive element to your feedback. Number 5. Fiasco. Our fifth word is fiasco. A fiasco is a complete disaster or failure. It's used to describe situations that end up terribly, often in a chaotic or unexpected way. Examples: the event turned into a total fiasco when technical issues disrupted the schedule. What was meant to be a smooth process became a fiasco due to poor planning. The dinner party was a fiasco. Everything that could go wrong did. I once planned a surprise birthday party for a close friend. Despite all the careful planning, a series of unexpected events turned the party into a bit of a fiasco. Wrong venue, delayed food delivery, and mixed-up timings. In the end, we laughed about it, and it became one of our favorite memories because it was so unpredictably chaotic. Learning from a fiasco is invaluable, as it teaches resilience and the ability to adapt quickly. Think of a time when something didn't go as planned and ended up as a fiasco. How did you handle it? These experiences often end up being the best lessons. Number 6. Root. Now let's talk about root. In this context, root refers to the fundamental cause or origin of a problem. It's all about finding the source, rather, than just addressing the symptoms. Examples: we need to identify the root cause of the recurring delays in our project. Let's not just fix the problem. We must tackle its root to prevent future issues. A detailed analysis helped us discover the root of the system malfunction. During a group project at work, we encountered persistent issues that held us back. Instead of repeatedly patching up problems, our manager suggested we find the root of the problem. Once we understood the underlying issue, a miscommunication between departments, we were able to streamline the process. This taught me that addressing the root is crucial for long-lasting improvements. Whenever you face a recurring problem, pause and ask yourself, what is the root of this issue? It's a great way to foster deeper understanding and proactive solutions. Number 7. Exaggerate. Next is exaggerate. To exaggerate means to make something seem more significant, intense, or dramatic than it really is. It involves overstating facts or emotions, often leading to misunderstandings. Examples: don't exaggerate the problem. Let's look at the facts objectively. He tends to exaggerate his stories to make them sound more exciting. Please stop exaggerating about the traffic. It wasn't that bad. Next time you describe an event, try to be as accurate as possible. Avoid exaggeration so your listeners get the true picture. This honesty builds trust in conversations. Number 8. Euphoria. Moving on, let's discuss euphoria. Euphoria is that intense, almost overwhelming feeling of happiness and well-being. It's not just happiness. It's a rush of positive emotions that can come from a significant achievement or moment of joy. Examples: winning the championship filled the team with euphoria that lasted for days. She experienced a state of euphoria when she got accepted into her dream university. After the surprise party, there was an unmistakable euphoria in the room. Try to recall the last time you felt euphoric. What triggered that feeling? Recognizing those moments can motivate you to work towards more achievements in your language learning journey. Number 9. Futile. Next on the list is futile. In this context, futile is used to describe efforts or actions that are ultimately pointless, or ineffective, essentially something done in vain. Though its traditional meaning is related to historical systems, here it means wasted or fruitless. Examples: all his attempts to fix the software turned out to be futile. Nothing worked as planned. Her efforts were futile, as the project still failed despite all the hard work. Sometimes you realize that certain approaches are futile and need a complete overhaul. I once spent weeks on a personal project, investing countless hours tweaking and fine-tuning every detail. When the final outcome fell short of expectations, I felt that all those efforts had been futile, utterly fruitless. However, reflecting on that experience made me realize that not every venture will succeed, and sometimes the lessons learned are more valuable than the result itself. Now, I use futile as a reminder to review my strategies regularly and ensure that my efforts are aligned with my goals. Ask yourself after a project, were my efforts futile or fruitful? It's a useful way to gauge the efficiency of your actions and adjust your approach for next time. Number 10. Inevitable. Now, let's explore inevitable. Definition and context. Inevitable means something that is bound to happen. It cannot be. You avoided. It often carries a sense of resignation, but in a constructive way, it helps you accept and prepare for what's coming. Examples: with the current trends, change seems inevitable. Some difficulties are inevitable, but they make the victories even sweeter. Working overtime is inevitable if we want to meet the deadline. Whenever you face a challenging situation, remind yourself that some obstacles are inevitable, but how you overcome them is entirely in your control. It's a mindset that helps reduce anxiety and improves problem solving. Number 11. Charisma. Next, we come to charisma. Charisma is that magnetic quality or charm that some people naturally have. It's an unquantifiable trait that draws others in and makes them want to listen, follow, or be around that person. Examples: her charisma on stage captivated the entire audience. He's known for his charisma, which makes him a great leader. Even in casual conversation, his charisma shines through. Work on your communication skills and authenticity. Practice speaking with passion and sincerity. You might be surprised at how your own charisma starts to develop over time. Number 12. Lure. Our next word is lure. To lure means to attract or tempt someone to do something, often by offering an incentive. It's a persuasive word that can be used in various contexts, both positive and negative. Examples: the promise of a big bonus was enough to lure him into taking on extra work. Advertisers often use catchy slogans to lure customers. She was lured into trying a new restaurant by glowing recommendations. I remember launching a new project online, and the marketing team wanted to lure potential users by highlighting incredible benefits. Their choice of words made the invitation irresistible, and it taught me how carefully chosen vocabulary can influence decisions. In everyday conversation, you can use lure to describe positive attractions, like a beautiful park that lures you on a sunny day. Next time you plan an event or suggest an outing, try saying, "Let's see if we can lure a few friends to join us." It adds a fun twist to your invitation. Number 13. Wary. Let's move on to wary. Definition and context. Wary means feeling or showing caution, being careful about potential problems or dangers. It's a word that describes a healthy sense of skepticism or careful observation. Examples: she was a bit wary of new technologies until she saw their benefits firsthand. After hearing some rumors, he became wary about investing his time in that project. It's wise to be wary when you're entering unfamiliar territory. Use wary when discussing situations that require careful decision-making. It not only adds precision to your language, but also shows thoughtfulness. In your approach. Number 14. Vibrant. Next up is vibrant. Vibrant describes something full of energy, life, and color. It's an expressive word that brings a sense of excitement and dynamism to any conversation. Examples. The vibrant energy of the city is unmatched, especially at night. Her vibrant personality lights up every room she enters. The art gallery was filled with vibrant paintings that amazed all the visitors. Think of a moment in your life that felt vibrant. Maybe a celebration, a lively event, or just a day full of small joys. Try describing that moment using this word. Number 15. Enigmatic, and finally, our 15th word, enigmatic. Enigmatic means mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand. It carries an air of intrigue and often describes something or someone that invites further inquiry. Examples. The old manor had an enigmatic charm that left everyone curious. He gave an enigmatic smile that made it hard to know what he was really thinking. The plot of the novel was full of enigmatic twists that kept me guessing until the end. Personal story. I once met a colleague whose personality was truly enigmatic. There was something about the way he spoke and carried himself that made people drawn to him. Even though you couldn't quite put your finger on what made him tick, that encounter taught me that mystery can be intriguing, and that sometimes not everything needs to be fully explained. In your conversations, using enigmatic can add depth when you describe people or situations that are intriguingly complex. Consider a person or a moment that you found enigmatic. How did that mystery make you feel? The beauty of this word is that it encapsulates the allure of the unknown. Practice and homework challenge. Now that we've explored these 15 essential words in depth, here's what I want you to do. Take each word and create 2 sentences of your own. This isn't just an exercise in memorization. It's about making these words a natural part of your everyday language. Write them down, say them out loud, or even record yourself and listen back. The more you practice, the more effortlessly these words will flow into your conversations. For example, for Rosie, you might write, "The morning sky looked so rosy that it lifted my spirits immediately. Despite the challenges, our future seems remarkably rosy." Do this for every word. We're talking 30 sentences in total. It might seem like a lot, but trust me, this active practice will build a strong foundation in your vocabulary and help you speak English with more confidence and authenticity. Before we wrap up, let me quickly recap what we covered today. These 15 words, ranging from optimistic terms like rosy and energetic words like vibrant, to more introspective ones like contemplate and mysterious ones like enigmatic, are designed to give you the tools to express yourself more naturally in everyday English. Remember, context is key. Use these words in sentences and real-life situations to truly internalize their meaning. Practice actively. Don't just read this list, make it part of your daily conversation. Reflect on your learning. Take note of which words feel natural to you and which ones might need a little extra practice. The more you use these words, the more fluent and confident you will become. They are not just isolated vocabulary items. They are building blocks for a richer, more expressive way of communicating in English. That brings us to the end of today's episode on 15 essential words you must start using to speak fluent English. I hope you found this deep dive both insightful and motivating. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your own sentences with any of these words, and subscribe to our channel for more practical lessons. And don't forget to share this episode with your friends and fellow English learners. Let's all grow together. Thank you so much for listening to Everyday English. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning. Everyone,